All right, guys, let's talk about PancakeSwap or Cake on the channel for the first time since this candle right here on October the 3rd. So it's about 5 days ago, guys. And we are sitting a bit higher than that point. Now, I want to go ahead and apologize real quick, too, that I didn't make a video yesterday. I was just so tired, guys, and I'm going to try to make a second video today to make up for that. But anyways, let's talk about PancakeSwap here. We did get through this $3.90 weekly resistance, so that's a good thing. We have also gotten through this $4.25 mark as well. Now, we have retested this. Again, we are on the daily time frame, and these are weekly supports and resistances. So really, we need to seal the weekly candle above, these lines. But the longer the candle that we seal above these lines, the better. So we did retest this. That is a good sign. And the next resistance is almost at $5. So let's just say, because this is $4.98 and $5 is basically a psychological resistance, you're going to have kind of a couple of cents there. It's going to be kind of a zone. Now, we need to get out of this big zone, guys. Here, let me put this on a weekly time frame. It would be a little bit easier maybe to see it. But yeah, you can see that we have been in this zone basically since, 2022 back in May, guys. So that's a really long time to be in a zone. I know we were in a bear market, but yeah, we are almost out of this zone. The highest that we were was back here in, November of 2022. And yeah, we were sitting about, $5.40 or so. So once we eclipse $5.40, and basically, I think we really need to get above this resistance right here at about $5.82, we can kind of start to celebrate then. Now, looking at the volume profile here, guys, I know it's really hard to see, but this candle right here is peaking above this giant volume candle. So we are above that here. Let's zoom in a little bit because it really doesn't matter what's really above this point at about $8.50. But yeah, we don't have much volume that we can see to hold us back. I mean, you can see this, guys. Here is this giant candlestick down here. And if we take all the trading history into consideration here, we are just peaking above this giant candlestick. So this is a very good sign, guys. I don't think there's going to be a lot to hold us back. Maybe just some bad macroeconomic news, or maybe we don't get a cut, an interest rate cut from America when it's expected, or something like this that could make the price crash. But again, PancakeSwap is in the BNB, the Binance ecosystem. So this is a very good thing. This is probably more of the reason why it's pumping, because Binance coin BNB is pumping. And yeah, pretty much all coins in the BNB system are pumping. Jumping over to the monthly Bollinger Bands here, guys, you can see there's some narrowness here. Now, I wouldn't call this really a pinch, though, but I would say this is some narrowness. Maybe this is slightly, helping the price action, but not too much, at least on a monthly time frame. Now, let's look at the weekly time frame here. Again, it's almost like an intestine through here, so it's not very, very narrow. But if we kind of zoom out, you can see you had more narrowness back here. You had more narrowness back here. So you had more of a pop here. So I don't think this is narrow enough that it really is helping this price action. Now, on the daily time frame, we had some narrowness here. This is fairly narrow. Maybe it helped this pop here. But again, this is still fairly wide. So the Bollinger Bands, I don't think are having any effect on the price action as it is right now. Now, the monthly RSI and stochastic here, as you see, guys, this is just trying to avoid becoming overheated here on stochastic. So this is very interesting, but you can see it also did this back in 2024. And then it headed down, guys. So not a good sign, at least on a monthly time frame. RSI is pointed pretty heavily up, and it's at the highest point it's ever been, at least on this chart here. Now, the weekly time frame, it is just slightly overheated here on the RSI. Stochastic is getting close, but it's still pointed up. So both of these can run a little bit higher, of course, before they need a cool down. Now, the daily time frame, both are overheated, unfortunately, although this blue line has just crossed the red line to the upside yesterday, and it's probably going to turn around, I think, very shortly, though. Now, the 4-hour time frame already coming down on both. They're just coming out of this overheated territory, basically. The 1 hour time frame coming down on RSI pretty heavily. It looks like on the stochastic, the blue line wants to cross the red line to the downside as well. So it's still in neutral territory. It could avoid it, of course. It hasn't even gotten to this overheated territory just yet. So let's see what happens. But I think it's probably going to cross to the downside. 15-minute time frame coming down pretty heavily. So guys, let me just put this on a 4-hour time frame. Let's take a look at this. I do think personally, this will come down and probably retest this, $4.25 area. We'll see if it gets support there. That's 16 cents down, guys. It's very possible this could be strong support. It did retest it, like I said, on the daily time frame today. We do have still a green candle as well. But yeah, some of these indicators do need to get a reset here. Now on the MACD here, as you see, it's never actually had a red period on the monthly time frame. We are getting a nice dark green candle here as well. So this is actually good to see. Now the weekly time frame, we do have a couple of dark green candles. The blue line is pretty heavily pointed up here. A few weeks ago, we did have a small dark red candle here, but basically this has been in a green period since May. So this is looking pretty good. Now let's look at the daily time frame. We are also in a green period, and we do have dark green candles here, and the blue line is pointed pretty heavily up, guys. So momentum is up for PancakeSwap, but like I said, this will probably get a little bit of a cool down here in the short term, reset some of these RSI and stochastic indicators, and then make its next move. Now let's talk about BNB just real quick, guys. Now this did reach its 1245 target here, and did exceed it. It got it all the way up to about, $13.56, so $1,356. And yeah, guys, I want to go ahead and say I do not hold any more BNB, and that's not because I don't believe in it or anything, guys. It's just because I've been getting into a little bit of financial difficulty right now, and I had to do something. I had to, make a trade here. I actually sold at 1220. I was seeing that the indicators are overheated for BNB as of yesterday, so I took that chance, or 2 days ago, I think it is now. So I took that chance, guys, and yeah, that risk didn't pay off yet, so I actually put my money into other coins like AVAX and Solana and a few others, guys, but I do have some cash now sitting on the side, of course. I did pay all my debt here, and I'm debt-free again, so I'm very happy. I had my crypto. BNB, I have to say, in my opinion, is still the best crypto outside Bitcoin, guys. So I really think whoever holds it is going to do very well. But my target always for BNB was about $1,500 to $2,000, guys. So just keep this in mind. But it is looking very good. Now, I do need to mention also there are some rumors that Binance is manipulating the market for BNB. So that is just rumors. That's what people are saying on Twitter and YouTube, guys, just because the price action has been going up while many other things have been going down. Now, PancakeSwap is the number 96 coin at the moment. It's up a little bit more than 10% as of now. And guys, you can see what I have right here. I am in profit. I did get a lot of my PancakeSwap, I think down around $1, guys. The great majority of it. And max supply is 450 million PancakeSwap maximum. So that is actually a pretty good maximum. The circulating supply is 344 million. And only 359 million have been created. So all-time high, guys, was around $44. That's about 4 years ago. It's about 90% down. Is it going to make it to its all-time high? Probably not, guys. But, being this far down at this point, but you never know. Maybe people go crazy for all that is in the Binance system, and especially since there's some renewed interest in coins like Aster and all of these Binance related coins. So Aster has really pulled a lot of people towards the Binance system, I can say, and there's just a lot of renewed energy around these coins, and people are buying these Binance related coins like crazy. So it's possible, but I just wouldn't put money on it, guys. I would say a reasonable target for PancakeSwap would probably be about $20 to $25 this run. If you see anything higher, well, we got lucky. Now, jumping over to Bitcoin, guys, you can see yesterday was a pretty bad day for Bitcoin. It's sitting at 122,560 now. We're trying to get above this 122,367 daily resistance at the moment. We're just slightly above that. Now, you can also see that the inverse head and shoulders did play out to the T, though. Now, if I go to the CME chart, guys, we did close that small gap of $120. I told you guys about this in the last video. Check that out, guys, if you don't believe me. But that $120 gap did get filled. Now, it wasn't significant at all. We actually have a more significant gap below, down starting about 111,350, let's just say. And that gap is about a $1,600 gap, but that has not been filled. Now, the farther we get away from that, the less likely it is that we're going to fill it. But if you guys remember, I don't know, maybe 7 months ago, maybe 6 months ago, something like this, we did fill a gap that was about $40,000 down before we went up and made new all-time highs. Now, before I go a little farther in this video, guys, you can claim some bonuses on my favorite crypto exchanges below. I have partnerships with Bybit, MEXC, BNB, Bitrue, BTSE, WEX, CoinEx, and guys, you can find Moodix here. There's a free 7-day trial. And guys, if you want the world's safest cold wallet, CipherRock, you can get a 17% discount today if you use my link right here, guys. And you can follow me on X here. As for the monthly return so far for Bitcoin, guys, you can see it's about 6.63% up at the moment. We have just started October, though, really. We're still in the first part of it, basically the first 10 days. And the average we see is about almost 21% up. So we're not quite there, but we are, having a pretty good month, I would say. Now, if we go to Ethereum, guys, it did peek its head out of this channel, but it fell back in this channel. So it is trying to cross what is this, 4480? We're right on that at the moment. We're just kind of, teeter-tottering. And let's see if we can break that. And then we have to break 45, 48, and then get back out of this channel. Now, the total market cap has been making new all-time highs here. Basically, we probably have a resistance right here, guys, on the daily time frame. So if we can seal a daily candle above this point right here at 4.22 trillion, that would probably signal more upside. Now, if you look at the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, again, we are making new all-time highs as well, but we are finding support right at 1.68 trillion. And again, we find ourselves fighting 1.71 trillion on a monthly time frame. Now, looking at the Bitcoin dominance on a weekly time frame here, we can see we do have a red candle, but it is getting a bounce right here at 58.61 and becoming a little bit of a hammer candle. So that's a little bit worrisome, but again, we still have 4 days and 15 hours on this weekly time frame. If we look at the USDT dominance, guys, it also is getting a little bit of a bounce. It's getting support right here at, 4.18%, where it's gotten support so many times for so many weeks. This is pretty much a very important level that we need to break, guys. So once we break this level on a weekly time frame, I think we're going to see 3.98 pretty quickly. But yeah, you can see this has been supported here since mid-July. Altcoin season index went up from a 61 to 63 this morning, so just starting to heat up once again. Liquidation heat map, we see about $645 million wrecked in the last 24 hours, so that's quite a bit of money, guys. Fear and greed at a 60 right now. It's still in greed. It did fall down yesterday, though, 10 points, so in my opinion, that's a good thing. Bull market peak indicators, though, still 0 from 30 have been hit, guys, so it's still 100% hold. Pi cycle top indicator, I think it fell down from above 62% down below 61. So this is what it looks like at the moment, guys. So again, these two lines do need to cross, and that signals that the bull run is over. On the economic calendar, the FOMC meeting minutes is most important today, so keep that in mind. And on Moodix, it's still showing sentiment is risk on, but the trend is sideways, and today we're having a little bit negative day. But overall, we're still risk on, guys, so that's a good thing. Now, if we jump to crypto bubbles at the moment, only a few things here are in the green, especially Cake. MNT, guys, this is one of my favorites as well. BNB is also 3% up too. And yeah, guys, if you want to stake your coins, you have to verify if you're human. This is kind of funny, but the website does work, and you can see here, I was looking for Solana earlier, And guys, just check out this website. It will help you with your staking. Keep in mind, we're almost at the end of the bull run though, and you probably don't want to lock up your coins for very long. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, use those links down below. I appreciate those who have been using the links down below. And I do get commission, but it's very small, guys, usually, unless you're trading hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.